Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, I don't feel great. I am like, I think I'm getting sick. My throat is killing me. It probably doesn't help that I have the window down, but it's so hot in here right now. My throat is like killing me. It's like itching, scratching. But then I laid down early tonight and I woke up. I slept for like 5 hours, you guys. I woke up and it's like really sore now too. So I feel like I'm kind of getting sick. I don't really feel sick anywhere else except for like my throat. It's just been like itching all day and I've been coughing, and it's been like one of those like itchy dry coughs, you know? So I didn't feel like sick. I just kind of felt like blah. And it just kind of made me feel like not doing anything today, honestly. So let's see, what did I do today? Well, I kind of just like hung out around the house for the longest time, not doing anything, and just kind of like running errands and stuff. I just had this weirdest thought before I started this vlog tonight. I was like, I'll tell you how it all happened so you guys can understand the tangents of my mind. I was like looking on my camera to see if I had like deleted the previous video that I filmed on here, and that I was like getting that all, it's like I saw my image like in the camera like looking up at me. It's like I was like sitting, you know, like here getting ready to leave the house, and I was just kind of like looking back at myself. I don't know why, but I had this weirdest thought. I was like, you like film yourself in a car talking every night. Like, that's so weird. Oh my gosh. It is kind of weird though, but I like it. But like, if you had asked me like 5 years ago, if you had told me 5 years ago, you know, every night you'll get in a car and you'll drive around and you'll film yourself, I just totally wouldn't have believed it. But look at, I'm here now. And some of you guys out there enjoy it. I appreciate it. So thank you. I just am feeling just kind of not great today, like I said. I feel like I just needed to take a total relaxation day today. And I had things I needed to do. Do you ever feel like that? Like where you just need to take like an entire day? I was texting Alex earlier in the day and he was like, are you feeling any better? And I was like, no. And I said, I knew I wasn't going to film a video for my Peter Monn channel because I just like, there wasn't a whole lot that I wanted to film anything about. And so there was a Peterisms video that I wanted to do a meditation video because I didn't do one yesterday because we went to the concert and I didn't have enough time to make videos. And then I wanted to do this Sephora thing because it came in the mail. I think it came in the mail yesterday. Yeah, it came in the mail yesterday before we were getting ready to go to the concert. And these two things. One I'm filming tomorrow for my Peterisms channel, or my Peter Review Stuff channel. And then there was a booktube video that I wanted to film. And I mean, it literally like to set up the lights today, it was just like I like let the dogs outside and I'm like setting up the lights, and I just was like, I was like, you need to just be in bed resting. Like, that's how I felt. And tomorrow I have a recovery commitment in the afternoon, in the early afternoon, so I gotta pull it together for that. So then I'm like driving around today and I'm listening to The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson, and I'm really, really into the book now. I have like an hour and 50 minutes left, which for me is like, I listen to it at 2 times speed. So I have like less than an hour to listen to. I'm finishing it tonight. Like after I get done I don't know how long I'm gonna vlog, probably not super long tonight. But when I get done vlogging, I'm gonna finish it. I'm finishing this book tonight, and it is so good. It just got really, really good. I'm kind of sad though now. Like, this is like, when I started the book, I would say this wasn't my favorite of the series. But like now, the more I've listened to it, like knowing all the characters and whatever, like it was kind of sad at first, but like now knowing the characters and from the other 3 books, like I really enjoy this book. Like it might be my favorite of the 3. It just took some time for me to get into it a little bit, but it's really, really good. So yeah, that's what I was doing today. I was just kind of like driving around running stupid errands, and I went to the Meijer, and I did a bunch of laundry today too. This is how exciting my life is, you guys. I did a bunch of laundry today too. Like I cleaned all of our towels, and we seem to go through towels like crazy. So I washed all of our towels, and I need to run the 1 cycle that's in the dryer. I need to run them again. Does it take you like 2 cycles to like dry your towels? You know, we have a new washer and dryer, or rather new. It's like 2 years old now at this point. If you've watched my vlog long enough, you'll remember the point where it can't be any, listen, the vlog can't, or the washer and dryer can't be any older than 3 years, because that was a part of my vlog that I would talk about, is that we needed a new washer and dryer. And we finally went and got one, which I wish I had just done it like way sooner. We waited forever. Do you remember that? I would go like to the laundromat and clean all of my clothes like the same time. I kind of miss the laundromat though, honestly. Like, there was like a long period of time where like we didn't have a washer and dryer. Like, I can't remember which one died. I think it was our washer. It was our washer that died. And so, or was it our dryer? I don't remember. But one of them died, the other one worked. And we would go to the laundromat. Well, like I would go like once every other week or something, because I was just constantly like washing my clothes. But like Alex wouldn't, he would wait longer than that. But there was something about the laundromat that I really liked. We have a really nice laundromat up by our house, and that has like, you know, big screen TVs in it, and like little coffee station, and you know, people would go in there, and you know, you just kind of like talk to people a little bit, and people were super friendly, and the one thing about the laundromat is it's like you get all of your stuff done at the same time. Like you just go in there and it's like you use like, you know, depending on how much stuff you bring, it's like you get all your towels, your sheets, your clothes, everything done, dried, folded, everything, you know? So it's kind of nice. You get all that stuff done. It can be expensive though at the laundromat. Now that laundromat, even though it's a really nice laundromat, it's not like super expensive. Like I've gone to some laundromats where they have like the super speed dryer and washer, and you're paying like ridiculous amounts of money for it. But that one is more expensive than the first one that we went to. When Alex and I, why was that we used to go to this one? We used to go to this laundromat in Carmel. It doesn't exist anymore. This one was jankety old. It was like, one of the oldest laundromats I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was it was so funny because like you could like it had like a laundromat on one side and a laundromat on the other side, and then in the middle it had like bathrooms and stuff, and then you could walk in on either side, and it was all open, and we would go like in the summer. I don't remember why we did that. I don't remember if maybe at the, like when we first moved into the condo, my mom's washer and dryer was really old, and at some point it died. I do remember that. One of them did. And then Alex's mom in her old house, she got a new washer and dryer, so she asked us if we wanted hers, and so we did, and we got her washer and dryer, and that was the one that we used for a while, but it was a used washer and dryer, which was fine. but it just didn't last for very long. So that must have been the first time that we didn't have a washer and dryer, and we would go there. And I remember we would go on like a Friday or a Saturday night. It was really kind of fun. We would go on like a Friday or a Saturday night, and we would go to like Walmart first, and we would buy a bunch of magazines, and we would get a bunch of candy. I remember I'd get like lemon heads and Swedish fish, and we would get candy, and then we would sit there, because it takes a long time, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time to, like, you go through the whole wash cycle, and then I have to look up something on my phone really quick. You have to go through the whole wash cycle, and then you have to go through the whole dry cycle and all of that, you know? So it takes a long time. But it was fun. I don't know why I felt like, I don't know, it just was kind of, there was kind of like a weird hominess about it, you know? Hold on a second. I had this song stuck in my head, but I ended up, do you know that new song, Someone That I Used to Know? I don't know why I have that song stuck in my head. Anyway. I will say this, for as much fun as the laundromat and all that stuff is, I wouldn't trade it back in now. I mean, our washer and dryer is so nice that we got, and it's not even like the top of the line. Like, we didn't even get like Alex, when we went and looked at him, he was like, oh my God, look at some. I said, we don't need we just need something that does the basics. But we ended up getting a really nice washer and dryer. It's kind of like, when we went to look at them, they were all kind of within the same range. I mean, you had your like basic small ones, right? And then you go up to a certain price range, and they're all kind of like the same, you know? Some of them have this, some of them have that, but they're all within, like, I'd say $100 of each other. And then they shoot up like another like $1,000, and those are like the fancy ones. I was like, we don't need the fancy washer and dryer. We just don't. The only thing I hated about going to the laundromat was the carrying the laundry in. Carrying the laundry out to the car, and carrying the laundry from the car into the laundromat and out to the car and into the house. Those were the things I hated about it, because it was so much, you know? But it's kind of like small little moments like that that I've always enjoyed in my life. I don't know why. I remember sitting outside on the curb in the summers, like in the hot August summer, at that laundromat in Carmel, because it was so hot inside with all the dryers and stuff running, you know? And we would sit outside on the curb, and we would like talk and like eat candy while our like laundry was getting done. That was probably like our first 2 years dating that we did that. I do look back on that, you know, like it's funny, like when you first start dating, and I don't know, I think maybe we live in a different world today. Well, I think some people do. You know, like, I have girlfriends of mine that are like, well, younger girls, you know, some of these younger girls that Alex is like friends with and stuff like that, and they'll be like wanting to be wined and dined and, you know, all this kind of stuff, like, by guys. And I don't know, it's that kind of stuff that I feel like was the fun stuff of early dating, you know? I mean, we didn't have any money when we first started dating, and I don't know, it was just fun. road trips back then too. We don't do that as much anymore. Like we had said, like last year and this year, we were going to do a lot more of that, like just go somewhere for a weekend. But we like haven't done that. We used to go to Louisville probably 4 times a year. And then we would go to Chicago. Well, Alex still does. He still goes to Chicago for like music festivals. I have a feeling that'll start changing in the next year or two. Because he used to go with Jason a lot. And now since Jason's, I know he really had a hard time with this last music festival in Chicago that he went to. I just have a feeling he probably won't do that. I mean, he loves going to those music festivals. He's going to one when I go to Phoenix, which, by the way, I cannot wait to go to Phoenix. I'm so excited. Mel, are you excited? I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. I was like at the Meyer today, and I was like, just like looking at stuff that they had there. And I was like, they had pizza rolls. I was like, pizza rolls! We're gonna get pizza rolls. I don't know why I keep on thinking about pizza rolls, but I just love pizza rolls so much. It's gonna be fun. There was like nobody out on the road tonight. I think I've passed one car the entire time. 1 or 2 cars. Yeah, but like when Alex and I first got together, like we went out a lot, but we didn't go out to like expensive fancy dinners. Like we didn't do that a lot. Well, I guess that's not true. At the beginning we did, and then we like slowed it down a lot. And we would do like date night at like Applebee's because of the 2 for $20 and stuff like that. And we would go out to like bars and stuff like that. You know, God, we were going out all the time. Like, you know, that during that period that I wasn't going to meetings and stuff, we were going out like Wednesday through Saturday nights. But we weren't spending a lot of money. I mean, I don't drink, so, you know, and we were never paying to get into any kind of club. So it was cheap to go out. It was fun, you know. But then on like the nights that we wouldn't go out, we did like a lot of movie nights. And I remember like to go to the movies, you know, it would be like $10, $15 a person for a ticket plus candy, which we always like brought in with us. And, you know, then we would get, even if we got like a fountain pop, popcorn or water or whatever, because he always gets water, you know, it was still like an expensive night. And so on those nights that we wanted to go see movies, we like started going to Walmart and we would like buy new movies that had just come out on like DVD. And so we would buy like 2 or 3 movies, or we would Redbox them, you know. And if something wasn't at the Redbox we wanted to see, then we would like buy it, you know. Because even then it was like cheaper because you could get like new movies for like $9.99, you know. And I can remember like we would make the bed real nice. And all the little pups would lay on the end of the bed, and we would watch movies in the bedroom. We would have the window open so the air came in, which that room doesn't get a lot of air coming in the window because it sits back, but it was really nice. I had a moment today where I just completely kind of broke down over pee-pee. I don't even really know what got it started. I was talking to Boo and Tucker. I just talk out loud, you know, when I'm filming my videos and working on stuff on my computer, and I'm sitting there talking to them, and they were just being really, really sweet and very, very kind of like lovingly needy. Like they both wanted me to pick them up, and while I was working at the desk, and I like turned around and I like saw the picture of Pee-Pee or whatever, you know, and And, I don't know, I had a tough moment today. I'm gonna turn around here and go back the other way. And then I was like, I kind of just like sat in the moment for a second and just allowed myself to like think about him and kind of like talk to him in my head a little bit. And then I was kind of like, I don't want to feel like this anymore today. Like, I don't want to be sad, you know? I already didn't feel well. I think sometimes, like, when we don't physically feel well, like, emotionally, like, our emotions take over, too. Do you ever feel like that? You know, like, you're more emotional when you don't feel well. So, I went and I put in these candle waxes from Scentsy that somebody had sent me. I can't remember who, but I love those Scentsy candle waxes. And then I lit like 6 candles. And they were all like, and I think like, I don't know, it was snowing all day today. I think that was part of it. I got thinking about like, you know, that PP was here at Christmas time, and this was like kind of like our last Christmas that we had together. I think like other than just like grieving, I'm not somebody that likes change. I've learned to accept it and adapt to it, and I've learned that change is a good thing sometimes. I mean, change is a good thing, you know? But I don't like it. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. And, you know, I think like for the longest time on video, I would talk about like, I just wanted to stop time. You know, I just wanted to, where am I at on time? Speaking of that. I just wanted to stop time. Like, I just wanted to, you know, if for it to be, you know, like Boo Tucker and, you know, PP and Alex and I just like here in space, just kind of like, you know what I mean? Just like happy in what we're doing today and traveling and coming home and Tanya and the dogs, and, you know, I just wanted to stop time. And I know that that's not realistic. I know that, you know, I'm not stupid. I totally know that that's not a reality, right? But it doesn't mean that I didn't, you know, wish on a star for that. And so I think like now that that PP is gone, like the reality is that, oh my God, I almost said Alex is gone. But now that PP is gone, it's like that fantasy of stopping time is gone too. It's like that fantasy no longer exists for me, if that makes sense. And, oh, it's gonna stop, hold on. So that fantasy like no longer exists for me, you know? It's like, and then if the fantasy doesn't exist, then I have to look forward in time. And this is where I get real upset, you know, to like Boo and Tucker are 10. And there's gonna be a day that like, I haven't really known a time, you know, like, since my mom passed, that year afterwards was just, it was just screwed up. It just was like, I didn't feel like I had like any stability, like any grounding, you know? And then Alex comes into my life and he offers me that. And then he brings PP and we're living together, you know? And then we get Boo and Tucker. And I think I'm just really scared about, like, what's next, you know, like... I carry these stupid Kleenex around with me that somebody sent me and I never use them, so... Oh, now I can't reach them. I think, right over here is where Tanya and I saw that tall man, slender man thing or whatever. I'm sitting here reading the directions on how to open these little Kleenex. I think I'm just scared, you know, like, I'm not ready for them to be gone. And, you know, God knows, they could live to be, you know, 16 or 18 years old. So, I mean, and then I think I realized, like, this is how on a bad day, like, stuff spirals for me. Because then I think, like, okay, well, if they live another 6 or 8 years, you know, then I'm in my 50s. I don't know, it's just weird getting older, you know? It's like you really don't think it's gonna happen, and then like one day you wake up and it's just like everything and everybody you ever knew is kind of like gone or older, or I don't know, it's just weird. I think that's why, to some degree, like, I get very stuck in like telling the stories of the past. Because I think it keeps me like, God, I just didn't know that I felt this sad tonight. I don't know. I think to some degree it keeps me, you know, in yesterday, which probably isn't healthy. But I don't want to forget those things either, you know? I'm also a believer, you know, that like when you're feeling something, you should just allow yourself to feel it. I don't know, maybe this is just me allowing myself to feel it tonight. You know, it's like I look around at like people in my life, you know, especially now, I think, like, that I'm a little bit older than I was when my mom first passed. And, you know, it's like, my story is not unique. I mean, everybody that I know has lost dogs and parents and people in their life, friends and romantic partners. It's like, my story's not unique, you know? But it doesn't make it any easier, I think. I get emails from people all the time that are like, you know, so-and-so passed and I don't really know how to move on from it, and what do I do? And I'm like, I wish I knew what to tell you. I think you just put one foot in front of the other and you just allow yourself to feel stuff, you know? I was feeling like such crap earlier, and I told Alex, like, I was like, he had eaten Chipotle late. We both kind of had this realization today that while we were texting each other, you guys are gonna love this realization, that we don't have very good sleep patterns and we don't eat very healthy. I bet you couldn't have seen that a mile away, could you? 10 miles away, probably. Alex is like, I think I need to be sleeping better and eating better. And I said, yeah, me too. And he goes, do you want to start that? I said, yeah, sure. Right after I go to Noodles and Company tonight. Oh, God. And he goes, he said something like about that not being healthy or something. And I said, I was thinking to myself, well, yeah, because you already got your Chipotle, you know, like, give me a break. Because he like ate late today. Some days, like, he'll eat late, and then when he comes home, then he doesn't eat anything for dinner because he knew we were just hanging around the house tonight. So I went and got Noodles and Company. I have some left at home. Actually, I got tonight their cheesy garlic bread with the marinara sauce. I have never had that there before. If I have, I don't remember getting it. And I have a little bit of pasta left at home tonight. I got 2 pastas. I'm gonna tell on myself. I got 2 different kinds of pasta. Anyway, vegetarian, of course. But I got, so if you don't know what Noodles and Company is, you can look it up online, but it's like this restaurant, kind of fast foody kind of place, like a Panda Express. It's just like you go in and you can either eat in there or you can take it out. And it's all kinds of noodles. So it's like mac and cheese, pad thai. I never know how to pronounce that. All different, you know, the Alfredo. They've got all kinds of things in there, right? And now they have these new, noodles that are made out of zucchini, but can I just tell you, they're absolutely disgusting. I got them one night and they were gross. And Tanya, or cauliflower is what they're made out of. They're gross. And I like cauliflower, and I like zucchini. I can't remember which one it is. But Tanya one night at home, she was like, oh, I made that pasta out of zucchini or cauliflower. It was so good. I'm gonna make all of my pasta. I said, go ahead, honey, because I thought that stuff was gross when I had Noodles and Company. But anyway, it didn't really taste like noodles. It tasted straight up like vegetables. I mean, when I went there for noodles, I wanted noodles. But anyway, I didn't get that tonight. So I had a good meal tonight. And so I have a little pasta left at home. And then a pesto cavatappi. And then I have some cheesy garlic bread and some marinara. I'm going to eat that before I go to bed. And then tomorrow we'll do some clean eating. Until Arizona. Arizona equals pizza rolls. But anyway... I really want to go to, like, this is what I'm craving in Arizona. I don't know why. I think it would be more in Arizona than it would be in Indiana. But we don't really have this in Indiana, okay? I want to go to, like, some Tex-Mex kind of restaurant. Like, we used to have, when I used to go, when I was dating my ex, he was from Seymour, Indiana. Somebody said in my comment sections that every time I say Seymour, Indiana, they, like, laugh because all of their in-laws are from Seymour, Indiana. Well, anyway, there was a restaurant down there. So say hi to your in-laws for me. I probably know them. Anyway, there was a restaurant down there right off 51, which is the main strip, and it was called... It might have just been called Tex-Mex. I can't remember, but anyway. But they would have, like, they had, like, the best burritos with, like, the best... It was, like, the most inauthentic... Did you hear me? Inauthentic. Like, it was not authentic at all. Mexican food in the entire world, and I didn't care. Their burritos were so good. They put, like, cheesy cheese on their burritos that was, like, almost kind of, like, came out of, like, a can of burrito cheese. And then they, you know, like, or... I'm saying... And then they would always have corn, like, succotash on the side. You know, like, corn, like, whatever. Oh, my God, I loved it so much. And you can't get that in any of the Mexican restaurants here. I'm always like, do you have corn succotash? And they're like, they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like corn souffle, like corn anything. They're like, no, we don't have that. I'm like, but anyway. There was something else I was going to say about Arizona. Now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I hope I'm not going to wake up tomorrow morning and be even sicker. I have to do this recovery thing tomorrow. Plus, I'm kind of wanting to get back to the gym. I'm very proud of myself for being at the gym and stuff. There's a new documentary series on the Netflix. It's about a kid that was killed. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So when I finish Cheer, I've got so many shows to watch. Oh my God, I have so many shows to watch. I'm thinking about getting an iPad, although I don't really know why. I just kind of feel like I want one. had an iPad for a long, I had like literally the first generation iPad that ever came out. And, I used it forever. I remember though, like, I had to buy like this monthly like Wi-Fi so that it had Wi-Fi wherever I was. I wouldn't do that today. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that I could have Wi-Fi wherever I went. I like bought this like Wi-Fi package. But I wouldn't do that today. Like, today I would just like use it. Well, I mean, now, like back then when I first had it, there wasn't like, you didn't go into like every store in the world and they had free Wi-Fi, right? But today, I wouldn't do that. But I would like download movies for trips and use it for other things. I just kind of really want one. Although I was like reading this article that they're getting ready to come out with the next generation of the iPad. So I'm like, okay, do I really want to buy it? Like, if they're getting ready to come out with like the next generation of the iPad, like, wouldn't it be smarter for me just to wait and see what they come out with? Because then I might want that instead. I don't ever buy stuff like that at all. Like technology stuff. Well, I wouldn't say never, but very rarely. Got my phone. I need to get a new, like, cover for my phone. Somebody was laughing at me the other day because I have, like, the Earth as my screensaver, and they're like, look at that, like 2008. I'm like, listen. But anyway, I need a new phone case, and then I need a new phone screen protector because it's all bubbled underneath there. And I know that I can just like order one for free because Alex told me that because I registered it, but then I have to go buy a new case. I'm so boring. Like, there was a long time that I really, really wanted like the most exciting case in the entire world. I literally just have like the silicone black Apple case. There was the longest time that I really wanted some like really big fancy deal, or I wanted like the stuffed animal ones, you know, like not the stuffed animals, but they were like plastic animals. And I just really thought like the big fun ones were hilarious. Oh, you know what I did have for a long time? So my book, the cover of my book was cassette tapes. And so I had a phone case that was a green cassette tape. I loved that phone case. People would tell me they loved it all the time. But anyway, oh, I should get another one of those. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I like just what is real practical and useful. And this thing is so like easy just to slip in my back pocket. So that's why I have like the easiest deal. Alex, I think his is leather or something, some kind of material like that. It's a little different than mine is. So Alex tonight, well, when I left the house, I put the dogs in their crate, and Alex was on his way home, and I was like, well, okay. I was sitting at my desk the other day, which is our dining room table, and, you know, we have these chairs up there, and all of a sudden, I, like, look over, I go, oh, hello, and Tucker was standing on the chair, right, getting ready to jump up on the table, and I couldn't figure it out for the longest time who it was. I didn't know if it was him or Boo, but one of them would hop up on the table, and then take, like, the Sharpies, and then take my memory card. One of them was like all bent up and bitten into and stuff, because I keep them in this little dish next to my computer. This look like it's an old like butter. It was a butter dish with like. But anyway, I keep my little things in that, and I couldn't figure it out, you know. And then one day I came downstairs. I was like getting ready to take a shower, and I came downstairs, or I just got out of the shower or something. And he was standing on the dining room table. I said, Tucker, absolutely never. So, we don't leave them out now, you know, because he just looked at me. I started laughing so hard. I go, Tucker, get down from there. And he just, like, jumped down. He is so funny. But anyway, so I put them in their house, and I was getting ready to leave, even though Alex was going to be home in 10 minutes. So I had been watching Happy Birthday to You Too, or something like that, the second one, which is actually, I watched it on a plane coming back from somewhere, which is actually better than the first one. And those are both, like, cute, scary movies. Like, not cute, but, like, they're well-done scary movies. I like them. And they're kind of comical at the same time. So anyway, so when I came home with my food, I was going to watch Cheer, and Alex was like in the chair downstairs in his robe and pajamas, his red pajama pants, and red plaid Christmas pajama pants, and the dogs were around him, and he was still watching that movie, and he was eating Smart Pop and Jolly Ranchers. He's so cute. He was like, he bought this huge bag of Jolly Ranchers, or I bought it for him or something. Whenever I go to the store, he'll be like, I'm like, do you want anything? And he's like, yeah, can you get me a Sour Patch Kids? But he means like the $4.99, the big bag, or like the Jolly Ranchers. He likes the old school hard candy Jolly Ranchers, so I got him those. But when I was leaving, where was I going? Oh, I was just putting my stuff up. He had them all lined up on the table, and I go, what's going on there? Because he had like all the red ones, and he had all of like the yellow ones, and he goes, those are my least favorite, so I'm eating those first, and I'm saving my favorites in the bag. I said, okay. I was like, that is so cute. And Tucker and Boo Radley, who did absolutely nothing today, but maybe went outside for 2 minutes each. What is School on Wheels? They, Phoenix, they were so tired of the world. Like, they did not want to get up. They were like all like just like hanging off the side of the ottoman and stuff like that. They're so cute. They're so cute. I have all these songs I used to sing to Pee-Pee, and I'm like kind of trying to change them now. And one of them was, I love my Pee-Pee, and my Pee-Pee love me. He is, I know, family friendly, but it's about my dog. He is the best Pee-Pee that you'll ever see. But now I changed it to, I love my Tucker, and my Tucker love me. But my song for Boo Radley is, I love my Boo Radley, he is so sadly. Because he always looks sad. I don't know why I think that, but he does. I sing little songs to them all the time. Oh my God, that restaurant has changed again, and now it's called Harold's Chicken. That restaurant has changed, I swear to God, 20 times in the last 2 years. And they don't even like put a new sign out there now. Now there's just like this plastic thing draped over that says Harold's Chicken. They're like, we're not even gonna make an effort because we know we're only gonna be here for a month. I love my Boo Radley. He is so sweet to me. Oh, so sweet to me. No, what's the sad one? That's what I sing with Boo Radley. I love my Boo Radley. He is so sweet to me. What is the sadly one? There's a sad, how does it go? Mr. Boo Radley, don't be so sadly, or something like that. I can't remember. I have them all written down in my phone. Because when Pee-Pee got sick, I was like, I'm going to start writing this stuff down in my phone. So I remember all of it. Like I used to always say, don't you Pee-Pee, don't you Pee-Pee. I have this like itch right in the middle of my back. Condado tacos is so good. I've only eaten the one downtown, but it is so good. So, if you're in Indianapolis, Condado tacos downtown. I think it's on Mass Ave. They're delicious. I'm like so into this book that I'm listening to, and it takes place at this boarding school called Ellingham Academy. It's like this old mansion out in the middle of nowhere in this school at the Sky Belt in Vermont. I had a dream tonight that I was there. Isn't that weird? Well, I have an episode and a half left of Cheer. I thought I had less than that. I thought I only had one episode left, but I have the final episode and I have half of the 5th episode. I've actually watched quite a few Netflix shows this year. When I finish this book, this will have been my 14th book I read this year. I still have 2 days to read more February books, so we will see what I get done. I actually have a short book. It's an R.L. Stine book. I think it's 4 hours long. So I might try to listen to that. I think it was like, so every month on Audible you get to, like, they give you like 6 original books that you can like pick from that are free. And you get to put, actually it might be more than that, it might be 8, I can't remember, I think it's 6 or 8. But you get to pick 2. There are always things I don't want to read. And so it's kind of like, wow, not so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not anything that you would really, I don't know. So, if anybody has listened to those originals on Audible and enjoyed them, let me know. Oh, no, that's not true. West Cork, I think I bought West Cork, and I couldn't get into it. But, West Cork was this true crime, like, story podcast. I don't know really how to tell it, but I started listening to it, and I couldn't get into it. But I think the R.L. Stine might have been that, or maybe I bought it on sale. I can't remember. But I have that, and I have a couple other short ones. I'll have to go through and see if I have anything that's like short. Because I mean, I'm going to listen to them at some point or another, right? So, might as well listen to them now. Oh, it's going to stop. Hold on. I can't believe that I was at the end again already. It seems crazy that I've talked for that long. That was the only one though that stood out. That was like, it's like 4 hours and some minutes. I don't know. I don't know how long exactly it is. But I don't know what else I have that's short. I think I have some 6-hour books. But then I would really have to rush through it, and I don't know that I want to do that, you know what I mean? To finish it. I don't think we have any plans this weekend. Probably brunch on Sunday. Oh, I have the book club on Sunday. And brunch on Sunday. And then Alex said he might go out on Saturday night for a friend of his birthday. And tomorrow night, neither one of us have anything. I might see if my sponsor wants to go to that candlelight again tomorrow night. That was fun last week. I have to see what. I need to call her. My nose is like starting to hurt, you know? Like when you're sick and it's like kind of runny, it's like starting to hurt like that. My mom's friend, when I was growing up, she used to live in this house right over here. Where is it at? I always pass right by it. I already passed it. Oh no, it's right there. I had the biggest backyard. And her daughter had a rabbit. That was a friend of my mom's that we went to Beaver Island to go visit my mom's high school friend. It was like her best friend, Diane. Her best friend in her entire life. We went the summer before I went into 10th grade. the four of us went up there. My mom and her friend and her friend's daughter and I. Oh my God. And I remember like driving up there, air conditioning on, it was like in August. It was the end of August because it was like before, that was when like school started late. He started like the last week of August. So this was probably like, well, Susie came that summer because I can remember talking to her daughter, and I feel like maybe we went earlier in the summer because I feel like I was talking to her daughter later. I feel like they came like right before school started because I remember her daughter started high school, like high school for her was like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and high school for me was 10th, 11th, 12th because 9th grade was at our junior high, and I was really, really scared to go, and she was like, you're gonna be fine and whatever, and I was like, well, you had your sister, and she was like, my sister didn't help me at all. And her sister was like, shut up, I did too. And she was like, no, she didn't help me because Susie's daughter and I are 7 days apart, and so yeah, I've got to get out there. That's my goal for 2020 is to go visit Susie. That's going to be a little trip that we're going to take. I think maybe I need to call and talk to Susie, figure out like some good dates for that. But we went to Beaver Island, and I remember, oh my God, so it's like a 9-hour drive. So you drive from Indianapolis to Charlevoix, and then you take the ferry over from it's an island. Beaver Island's an island, so you take the ferry over from Charlevoix to Beaver Island. You put your car on the island, or the ferry and stuff. And I was like, I can't see how long it says on there. But anyway, you put your car on the ferry and you go over and whatever. But I can remember my mom's friend drove, and she drove like this Ford Bronco, and we were in the back seat, and the whole time the car, like they had the windows up and the air conditioning on, and I can remember my mom and her chain smoked the entire time. It's so crazy, like things like that have changed over time, that I don't even really know how they changed. It's just like one day people stopped doing it. But do you remember we used to have the ashtrays in the cars that would pull out with you push in the lighter? And the ashtray that would just be filled over, And I can just remember that smell in the car with like the air conditioning and just the cigarette smoke. It was horrible. It was horrible. I'm not doing very good on potholes tonight. I brought the rest of my root beer that I got from Noodles and Company, but in all honesty, there was like only a quarter of it left. And now I'm thirsty. Nice to meet you, Thursday. I'm Friday. That's what my mom used to always say. She thought it was so funny. I'm like, Mom, you think you're so funny? She's like, I know I'm funny. Funny looking. My mom was so stupid with those little catch lines like that. Oh my God, RuPaul's Drag Race starts tonight. Who's gonna watch it? I'm so excited. I love RuPaul's Drag Race so much. I just had this thought. I used to go get Taco Bell before Drag Race started, and then I would sit there and eat Taco Bell, or we would have like massive amount. Alex and I both eat massive amounts of Taco Bell, and we would sit there and eat it and watch it. That was I don't know why I always associate Taco Bell with RuPaul's Drag Race, but I do. And I can't do that anymore because I'm eating clean as of tomorrow because I didn't eat clean today. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen the movie Arthur, where he says, sometimes I just think funny things, and he just starts laughing? That's so me. Sometimes I just start laughing out of nowhere. What if tomorrow I just stopped vlogging, stopped making videos, stopped posting on social media? Like, I never posted another picture on Instagram. I wonder about that sometimes, you know, like, in all honesty, there's been people that I have followed. Like, I've talked about this on here before because it's intriguing to me, you know? There's people that I have followed before, you know, that, like, just one day, like, boom, they're gone. Like, there's just no social media presence whatsoever. Like, no Instagram, no Facebook, no. I mean, these are people that are, like, social. I follow them. I'm not friends with them in real life. I follow them social media-wise, right? But it's like... I've always thought that that was interesting how people do that. I'm just gonna go right over here and throw this. But I have to say, at the same time, as much as I love you guys and how much you mean to me, because you do, and my life, and I don't mean this in any kind of phony, disingenuous, bullshitty kind of way whatsoever. I really, really mean this. My life is crazy wonderful as a result of all of you that watch my channels and allow me to have the life I have and to film videos. And
thanks for McDonald's for breakfast. Only give us one moment.
Okay, thank you. Please let me pull it down. I didn't, but I pulled a nickel. I'll conclude in just a second about what I was saying. Conclude. Speaking of Taco Bell, there it is, right across the street. Okay, truth.
Okay, we're canceling. Give us one moment, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I've given you 2 moments. Truth question. Are you ready? Have you ever gone when you're getting dinner to 2 fast food places? Like, you get a Big Mac value meal and then you go across the street and you get a bean burrito. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I have. Dude, I just want a large Dr. Pepper. It's just not that deep. I even give you exact cash. Do you know what's so funny is the truck at Taco Bell says McLean, but like when I was like reading it because I'm at McDonald's, I didn't read like McLean. I read like McLean. McLean.
Yes, sir, sir. We're cash only. Can I get for you?
Can I get a large Dr. Pepper, please?
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Could be down there at the next window. What's the $1.09?
I don't need change. Thank you. McDonald's does smell good though sometimes. There's something about McDonald's that smells like winter to me. Like a Big Mac fries from McDonald's. Hi, thank you. Have a good one. The Big Mac fries, like an apple pie from McDonald's. I don't know why. It just reminds me of like fall or winter, you know? I'm just like, do you ever like remember bits of a dream? I'm like remembering bits of a dream, and I was like talking to this guy that I went to high school with, and I was like, oh yeah, like Alex told me, like, Alex has been like doing some like contractual stuff with somebody who like is married to somebody that like I went to high school with. And like I had a dream about that, but like it was not the guy that I went to like the guy in reality is not the guy that I was talking to in my dream, if that makes sense. You ever like try to work out, that Dr. Pepper tastes horrible. Are you ever like trying to work out stuff in your head? This guy literally just ran a red light. Oh no, it's not, it's a flashing red. Well, I was on you. Citizen's arrest. I was on you. I think this Dr. Pepper needs to get mixed up or something. Something's not good about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know you, but I want to. Did you ever see that? Roseanne, where they're in the backyard, and I think it's the 4th of July, and Bonnie starts singing, you treat me badly, 'cause I love you badly. I have that song in my iTunes. True story, I do. I can't remember what her name is, but I downloaded it. I think it's called I Don't Know You, actually. She used to be like a real famous singer back in the day. I talked about it on my vlog, and then somebody said something about it, and then like I went and looked it up and I downloaded it. By the way, just to show you my weird download tastes, I downloaded the is it the Zac Brown band that sing? I like the Zac Brown band, but I didn't know they sang that song that's kind of crossover-ish. But I downloaded these mixes of like, I don't know you, or I don't know what it's called, something like that. These mixes are great. But then I went in to the soundtrack of Trip to Bountiful, which I didn't even know there was a soundtrack that existed for that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of life, with Geraldine Page. My mom loved it too. And I went in and I downloaded the ending, and I downloaded the hymn in the movie that she sings through it, which is softly and tenderly Jesus is calling. And they play it through like the whole movie, like instrumental, and it's a beautiful hymn, and I love it. And so I downloaded that today, or last night. Was it last night? I don't know. Well, listen, you guys, I think I'm gonna get off here now. And I was gonna do a shorter vlog tonight, but I think I'm like at an hour. I'm like probably like right at an hour. But I wanna get off here now, and I wanna listen to my audiobook and finish it so that I can finish it tonight and get a somewhat realistic sleep, which is that's a joke. I just slept 5 hours. I don't know what I'm complaining about. But I have to be up at about 11 tomorrow, so, well, I have to be up and like gone at like 11, so I want to like get some sleep. I want to finish this audiobook tonight. This guy, oh my God, like he like pulled through the red light and he didn't see like where it stopped, and so he literally pulled like, okay, it's through the light over to the next side, and he stopped like right here. It's like people are driving crazy tonight. Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay, I hope you guys are having, oh my God, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday. If you've never seen the movie, Thank God It's Friday with Donna Summer, please watch it. It is fantastic. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. Unless you have other plans, but like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Plan something fun for the weekend. Plan a series to watch on Netflix or on TV or on the Hulu or the Amazon Prime or something. Just have a fun weekend. And yeah, do something today that will make yourself proud when you look back on it 5 or 10 years down the road. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you. You are valuable. You are important. You matter. I'm looking in the camera. You are valuable. You are important. You matter. I love you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. I guess I need to start over, don't I love you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are talented. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are a good person. You are worthy of good things. You matter. Today is going to be an amazing day, full of opportunity. Good things are going to happen today. And 2020 is your year. You're going to reach all of your goals. Well, not all of them, but most of them. You're going to, I mean, we got to be realistic. Come on now. You're going to reach almost all of your goals in 2020, and you're going to make new goals and new dreams for the next year after. And it's going to be a fantastic year. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and you let them know how much they mean to you. You guys mean the world to me. I really appreciate you being here every night for me, to listen to my crazy stories and memories and ramblings and emotions, and I appreciate it, and laughter. And I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. And make sure that you let somebody out there know, and practice. Anybody, you know, pick your mom, you're like, no, not my mom. And then maybe that's who you should let know today how much they mean to you, you know, and just say, Mom, I just want to thank you for, you know, being in my life. Just pick somebody out there, somebody randomly, family member, spouse, whatever. Somebody that looks like they need it, you know. I want to say this really quick before I close. I think this is important. What is going back and forth back here? When I was watching Cheer, there's a girl on there, Morgan, that at one point talks about she didn't really want to live anymore. And she said it was the smallest things that would change her day. Like going through the hall in high school and somebody would say hi and smile at her. And she said that would change her entire day. And she said, you know, something to the effect of, if it wasn't for those people, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Or she said something, she said that about her grandparents, but she said those were the moments that made the difference. You know, and I think we don't sometimes realize how just noticing people. Have there ever been moments in your life when you felt like you didn't matter to another soul on the earth, or that nobody cared about you, or nobody knew that you existed? I have felt that way many times. And when people have made me feel noticed, or that I matter to somebody, just to at least say hi, it's changed my whole perspective. So let's do the same for others. And practice random acts of kindness always, and don't tell anyone. We don't do it for that. Don't tell anyone. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Since I didn't do it yesterday, I had to do it today. But I'm going to surprise you guys. You're never going to know when it's going to happen, when I'm going to sneak in one more I love you, okay? One more I love you. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Love ya, love ya, love ya. Love ya, love ya, love ya. Love ya.